Salud, mi gente, you boys coming through once again. And on today's video, we're going to talk about the Emmanuel Herold case, right? We have Jake and Rebecca Herold, the parents, who are locked up right now in jail. They find themselves in different facilities. And we have seen videos of the dad going out with the detectives on the hills of Merino Valley. But the big question is this. On today's day, they're going to go to court. And what's going to happen in court? They're going to see what charges is going to stand in court and what charges they need to go away. Some people are saying that this couple might be free, and everything's based on what? There's no strong evidence yet. There's no body, there's no statement. So how can you charge somebody with the 187, right? Right now, they're booked in suspicions of 187 and falsifying a police report. They say that 187 doesn't stick. They're still going to be in county jail for falsifying a police report. Now, if they're going to grant them bail or not, that's going to be up to the judge, which I believe they will, but I might be wrong. Hopefully, the 187 stays and they get to stay in jail until they go to court, until they go to trial, right? But that's something that we have to think about. Like, hold on, man. I know that this case hits home. It's a baby. There's a lot of parents seeing this all through Southern California. Is talking about this. Northern California, neighboring states, all the way to all the United States are speaking about this case. Right? It's a big case, and just having the thought of the family walking away or the parents walking away is like, come on, man, really? I believe there's way too much people involved that the DA, the detectives are not going to allow that. They're going to work the extra hours. They're going to be drilling those people until they get a statement or they find strong evidence. Because based on assumptions, because I'm assuming, I got the gut feeling that that baby's no longer with us. That doesn't mean that just because of that, the parents get to have a 187 case. No. Because once they took it to trial, that there's no evidence that would not, cannot hold in trial. They have to release them. Simple as that. Everything has to be based on circumstantial evidence at this point, since there's no statement and since there's no body. Circumstantial evidence, right? Now, one thing is just to make clear: when you get locked up, the DA, the detectives, they can give you whatever charges they want until you see the judge, which you have 72 hours. If you don't see the judge within 72 hours, they have to let you go, And I have seen cases in where people have been charged with bogus ass charges, right? Like, example for me, when I got busted, it happened a long time ago, over 20 years? I think over 20 years. Days later, like, other people got locked up, right? And one day they made a mistake. The judge made a mistake. They took me out when they shouldn't took me out, right? And because they weren't trying to keep me isolated. And I was basically in this tank with this guy, right? And I see his minute order, right? It has charges, the stuff like that. I was like, hey, let me see that shit. So I seen that thing. It has 187 cases. I'm like, damn, like 2 187s, one attempted. I was like, damn, man. And I was like, hold on, man. But you didn't do none of this stuff, right? Like, you were not involved in that circle. You were just there, So, and I was like, what happened? So I just went to my house. They did a search warrant. They picked me up, locked me up, gave me these charges. All right, well, you don't have to stress about nothing. But they kept those charges. They kept them, right? Until this guy got a deal. The reason why they kept those charges is because they were trying to scare him. They were trying to get that statement on, I don't know who, maybe me, I don't know, just to have more evidence, right? And I think that's what's happening right now with Rebecca and Jake. Both of them are locked up. They got those charges. We see Jake out there in the hills of Merino Valley, supposedly helping the detectives. But do we really think this? We don't see Jake pointing at the hills. All of a sudden, there's a camera. How they knew they were gonna go to these hills. You know what I mean? We don't see Jake conversating with the detectives. It's just right there standing. Can this be mind games that the detectives are playing to show Rebecca, look, your husband is helping us, giving us information. You're gonna stay quiet, or you're gonna take all the rap? Because this guy's already finding it out. He's speaking with us, stuff like that. What are you gonna do? I think that's what exactly what's happening. They want that statement, and they're gonna play mind games. And by them doing that, it shows me that they might not have enough evidence. They might not have. I don't know, man. So circumstantial evidence. Basically, this is what's gonna be. There's no body. There's no statement. Now everything has to be on digital. If they went to the store, what kind of equipment they were asking, if they got bags, duct tape. That's what happened with the case with what's her name, the one from Florida, Casey Anthony, right? Remember when she went to the store, she got the duct tape and stuff like that, but eventually they did found the baby girl. We have, I believe, Rebecca going to the store asking for a saw, industrial saw, right? For what, right? But she asked for it. I don't know. I don't think they were selling it or whatever the case might be. They're gonna go through their Google searches. If they search anything about how to get rid of this, how to get away with this, what to expect when you've been interrogated by the detectives, they're gonna look into all that evidence, digital evidence. They're gonna be on their phone, on cameras, or any other testimony of or statements of witnesses that can be reliable and can be helpful to the case. They're gonna put everything together, and based on that evidence, that's how they're gonna hold the 187 charge, if they get charged today with the 187. Because again, today, going to court today is to make sure that the charges that they got booked in are gonna stay, or they're gonna change. When I got booked in, when I went to jail first, before I go to prison, they give me other charges. They give me ammunition. They gave me I don't know, something about a shooting, and then eventually they change them. They give you the attempted. They give you the assault with the firearm and stuff like that. You know, they change all that stuff. But I think that the detectives are gonna find the evidence that they need in order to keep that 187 charge. You know, if the parents keep it, like, stay quiet, they don't give no statement, it's gonna be a hard case. It is gonna be a hard case, man. Literally, I'm not playing. And one thing about Jake is that he already has experience with the law. His prior case, trust me, people go to the county, they pick up a little bit of game. Somebody's gonna give them a game right there, you know. And after that, well, I mean, you already know. But we'll see what happens with this case. I don't think they're gonna go free today. I don't think the judge is gonna grant them bail. But who knows? Who knows, man? But it's something to think about. There's no hard evidence on this case, not that I know of. Do you know something about that? And everything is based on circumstantial evidence. You know, okay, well, you told me that this happened, but you see that, and that's basically based on the fake police report. You know, I don't know what's gonna happen. Only time is gonna tell. But hopefully they don't go free. I doubt it. I think that the detectives are gonna be working all the extra hours to try to bring that evidence. That's why they brought a old boy that weekend, because they want the wife to see, like, look, this guy's helping us. That's just my opinion. So we'll see what happens. With this being it, we are out to next video. Muchas gracias. Saludos.